I'm going to talk today a little bit about medical debt. All medical bills are dischargeable in bankruptcy, but sometimes in a Chapter 13 or in a non-bankruptcy setting, it's worth it to look at how the medical debt arose and whether there's any defenses to paying it. For example, in a Chapter 13 bankruptcy, the medical providers, such as the hospitals or doctors or radiologists, anesthesiologists, might file a claim. As attorney, we might look to see whether the claim is a valid claim. Medical debt is extremely onerous. It is unavoidable, expensive, and unplanned. And generally, it's extremely expensive. Now, some of the defenses you might have is that the medical providers might be charging you more than they charge the insurance company. That's called discriminatory prices. If you do get a bill from a medical provider, you are entitled to find out what they charge the insurance companies. Also, with respect to medical debt, there's a lot of violations of the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act. There's an attempt to aggressively collect it because they know many times that they want to get in front of the credit card companies to collect on the debt. Also, there is in the new Obamacare Act, there is a prohibition against nonprofit hospitals engaging in extraordinary collection tactics before they make a reasonable effort to determine whether you qualify for their hospital's financial assistance program. But the act is, as I could read here, says there should be a reasonable effort. It includes notification by the hospital of the financial assistance policy upon admission and before they try to collect or report to reporting agencies. The other problem with medical debt, it could be reported on your credit bureau, so you need to look at that very carefully to make sure it's appropriately reported. Generally, the defenses you have against medical collection is duress. You come in, you're sick, and they say, sign here, you got to pay. Of course you're going to sign because you want to be paid. The other thing is that whether they actually provide the service and whether the appropriate benefit and expense was reasonable. They've got to be able to prove they gave a reasonable value for the service, and they can't have discriminatory pricing. The other defenses that you might have are they must comply with a duty to provide free or reduced health care. They can't breach their charitable duty. And if they do accept Medicare, that's payment in full. So many times, if you do have medical debt, there are defenses to that, or there are defenses to their filing of a claim in Chapter 13. For example, if your Chapter 13 consists of $10,000 of medical debt, you're paying it at $200 a month. If some of the medical debt arose because of discriminatory pricing, and it can be reduced to $6,000, you'll be out of your bankruptcy in 3 years rather than 5 years. So it's well worth it having a good understanding about medical debt. Thank you.